Congratulations, you've passed the test, and here's your certificate. Now before we begin, here is today's sponsor. Do you enjoy ecchi anime? You do? Then HIDIVE is the place for you. They run no advertisements on their platform, and when possible, no rays of light either. They quite literally have thousands of hours of anime to watch, and this entire library of anime could be yours at absolutely no charge for the first 30 days. And by the way, HIDIVE has the Danmachi Arrow of Orion movie, which is fantastic, so do what you will with that information. Just know that I'm pasting a link to the 30-day free trial down below. Number 1. Demon Lord Retry. Akira Ono, the creator of the MMORPG known as Infinity Game, is preparing to shut down the servers for good. Though just as the game is ending, he finds himself magically whisked away into a world all too similar to Infinity Game. And because this is anime, he just so happens to be the demon lord of this world. Shortly after arriving here, Akira stumbles upon a young frail girl named Aku, which is odd because this character did not exist during Infinity Game. Then after defeating a demon, our odd duo begins exploring this fantasy world to try and figure out how/why Akira was summoned here. Demon Lord Retry is obviously a lot like How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. In both anime, we have a normal guy who gets transported into a fantasy world and he finds himself to be one of the strongest people in said world. The big difference between these two anime is that How Not to Summon a Demon Lord is borderline, while Demon Lord Retry is not. That being said though, if you enjoy one of them, then you will probably enjoy the other. The last season of anime was pretty stacked, so you might have overlooked this one. Number 2. The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter. Noir Starga has the all-powerful ability Great Sage. This ability can give him the answer to literally any question. However, it's basically unusable due to the painful side effects. Even so, his friend still encourages him to use the ability, which leads him to a hidden dungeon where he can grow stronger. Upon entering this dungeon, Noir finds a woman who gives him 3 simple abilities. The ability to create anything, the ability to edit anything, and the ability to delete anything that he has created. The only restriction is that using this ability costs Noir LP, and if his LP reaches 0, he will instantly die. However, he can gain LP by indulging in the pleasures of life, such as eating food, acquiring money, and of course, anything sexual. Noir then uses this god-tier ability to enroll at the Hero Academy, with the hope of making money and climbing the social ladder. The hidden dungeon Only I Can Enter is similar to How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, as it has an overpowered main character who has the perfect excuse to constantly find himself in sexual situations. I've only watched a little bit of this anime, but I can confirm that the girls are cute as heck. This anime has a reputation to say the least, but it does fit the video. Number 3. The Master of Ragnarok. Did you know that information is arguably the strongest weapon one can have on the battlefield? And you see, Yuto is actually from modern day Japan, but he wound up getting transported into this fantasy world. He has 0 special powers or abilities, but what he does have is a smartphone that somehow still has access to the internet. Now the world he finds himself in is separated into many different nations, which are constantly at war with one another. Yuto just so happened to be adopted into the Wolf Clan, so he uses his smartphone to research war tactics and technology that bring victory to his clan. Also, each time he conquers a nation, he forces the magical female warriors of said nation to become his child or little sister. The Master of Ragnarok is like How Not to Summon a Demon Lord because it is a power fantasy isekai where the MC acquires a harem of ecchi girls that want nothing more than to please him. This anime has a reputation for being, how would I put it, not good. I would be real with you though, I have only watched 1 episode. It really didn't seem terrible, but it didn't exactly seem great either. Personally, I'm probably not finishing this one, so let me know what you thought of this anime in the comments below. This next entry is easily my favorite of the list. Number 4. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Anos was an unbelievably powerful demon king who used his unrivaled magic power to reincarnate himself into the future. Upon waking up 2,000 years later, Anos finds that his descendants are extremely weak in comparison to his past life. He also learns that his legacy has been altered, and that the royal bloodlines control absolutely everything. Now seeking to reclaim his throne, Mr. Demon King of Tyranny, aka Anos the Commoner, enrolls at Demon King Academy. The Misfit of Demon King Academy made this list due to its protagonist. Technically no, he's not isekai'd, but he does find himself in a world very different than what he remembers. Then of course, Anos is stupidly overpowered, which puts him right in line with Diablo from How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Last point worth mentioning is that Misfit does have harem elements in it, but it's definitely not the focus, and it's definitely not ecchi. Now, I was struggling to decide which of these 3 famous anime I should put here, so I picked all of them. Number 5A, Overlord. Satoru Suzuki was your run-of-the-mill working citizen where one day he gets trapped inside of his favorite video game. In-game, Satoru is a dungeon lord who accidentally begins to take over the world. The likeness would include being isekai'd, a demon lord, and being surrounded by 2 girls who really want the main character. Number 5B, Demon King Maou. Akuto just enrolled at Constant Magic Academy. Shortly after arriving though, it is prophesied that Akuto is going to become the infamous Demon King. The majority of the student body turns against him, but he is not alone, because he has a harem of beautiful women backing him up. The similarities would include main character becoming a demon lord and a whole lot of ecchi. Number 5C, The Testament of Sister New Devil. Basara's father just got remarried and just went out of town. This means he finds himself home alone with his 2 very new, very cute stepsisters. During this time, his stepsisters reveal that they are actually devils, and Mio attempts to form a master-servant pact with Basara. However, it backfires, and Basara becomes the master, and Mio becomes the servant. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. We have an accidental master-servant relationship, and then this anime is borderline. Now be sure to grab that 30-day free trial of HIDIVE. Shout out to all my amazing patrons, and a special thanks to my newest patron, Filebot. And thanks for watching everyone. I hope to see you next time.